Hey everyone, Suzi here, and today we're playing Watcher of Realms. For today's video, we have dev insights to go over. This was posted here today, May 28th. I swear I never get to post these on time. They always post them on like a Friday when it's like, no, I'm doing other stuff like summons or something. But hey, I'm actually here on the day this time, and let's see if there's anything interesting revealed as far as notices. But yeah, quick note, I did not post for the past few days. I was just busy with other stuff. I was busy over the weekend with family stuff and extra time taking care of Lily instead of the grandparents, or ending the day early with a little less work. And it just, yeah, it just worked out that way. But I'm still here. I'm still playing. I'm just playing pretty chill. Like a lot of times, that's kind of what I go in waves of, like just being super chill, very lightly passively playing, and then I go hard and try to clear a bunch of content, and it's just an ebb and flow, right? And now we're just, yeah, we're chilling, we're flowing. But let's see what's going on. We do have a lot of exciting stuff to come. Stay tuned. Probably at reset tomorrow, I will post my Should You Summon video, because it's going to be one of those clear things of wait until Friday again so you can pity swap. So if you don't know what I mean by that, you might want to wait for my video tomorrow right after reset before you decide to do any pulls for Sun Wukong. If you're newer and you don't really know what the idea of pity swapping is, I will do my best to talk about that. But it's been talked about in every other video related to limited, so you could also go watch one of those Should You Summon videos, like my last one, which was covering Anora and the pity swapping as well. So hopefully that kind of information is helpful to maximize the amount of legendaries you get for the same, or almost the same, cost of shards, summons, whatever they're called in this game. Okay, let's go. So this is from questions from the 12th to the 18th, or comments related to the submit a suggestion here in Discord. That's how these end up here. So if you want input in the game and having your question hopefully answered, or just for the, you know, that the devs are reading it, that is what you do. All right, so there is a long-winded comment here about the summoning rates, that they're a joke. They forgot to turn the 20 times on. Check your math. This is ridiculous. You know, pulling a bunch of heroes and not even getting one of that one. How frustrating it is. La 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 la. Well, they actually have a very good reply, which is something I was aware, and now they're actually publicly saying. So the current overall drop rate of summoning banners meets our expectation. However, their expectation, not the community's. But however, we are having internal discussion about issue regarding the summoning experience, and we will consider making some improvements. I'm not going to discuss anything that was discussed privately regarding this, but I can confirm that this is true. They're definitely discussing some interesting summoning experience changes. I'm just going to leave it at that, because I don't know what I'm allowed to say. Probably nothing yet. Probably not even that. It's fine. Okay. All right, this is interesting, talking about the rates like we just were talking about too. They actually specifically reference some stuff. So let me just read this whole little blurb. So this says, Moonton, it is currently the Numera banner. I make this suggestion. There is currently no proof that the rates are rigged or bugged to make Numera rates much worse, although the community seems to notice something, and Fastidious is investigating with the community's help. Question 1. Are all rates even now? In the future, for every 20 times banner? Question 2. Is there a way you could show the percentages of heroes individually for the banner as an extra way to show in good faith to the community that basically solidifies that when you pull Numera or another legendary on a rate up, you're promising that they will have the exact same chance as another on the banner? Thanks, and I really love what you do for quality of life and improvements you're making. I hope this continues in the future, and we can continue to trust you to make our experience fun and fair. There are laws in some countries regulating gachas, and some of these laws state you should indicate the percent of getting each item. This is not even basing from these laws. You should provide customers with transparency. This way you can build trust in a better community. That being said, please indicate percent of probability for each hero during a banner. Thanks. So they do reply here saying, thank you for your feedback. We have conducted our investigation into the issue mentioned by Fastidious. Both being the event hero from the same banner, Numera and Valeria have the same distributed drop rates. The overall data result of this banner from players proved to be the same when it comes to drop rates of these two heroes. There is no abnormal drop rate. And I completely believe this. I know some of you will say you don't, but even Fastidious's video, or his initial one, where it's like 18% to 18.9% to like 21 or 22%, it's 20%. 20%. Let's be honest, there is going to be skewing of these banners. People are going to pull a ton of heroes until they get Numera. So they're going to skew those odds. If they get unlucky, they're going to keep going until they're lucky. Or they get Numera and they just stop. Like, it's going to skew the results of not pull 5 legendary heroes. Who do you get? Keep pulling till you pull 5 legendary heroes. Who do you get? It's not like everyone consistently did that, and that's a true number we can sample. So I think because the numbers were both so close to 20%, I genuinely I believe myself that I don't see that. I don't think there was any sort of a difference. And personally, my YouTube comments were full of just as many people bragging about getting Numera in 110 pull or getting multiple copies of Numera or whatever as there were people complaining. So it evens itself out at the end of the day, and I do believe them here. Now, is the summoning system perfect? No, it's a hot mess. I'm pretty annoyed at the events and the situations with some of that myself. Am I looking forward to pulling for Sun Wukong after my last experience? No, I'm not. So I guess we're going to have to see how that goes. But I do know, like they said in the other thing, they are working on just having some internal discussions about issues related to summoning, so we might see some changes in the future. Alright, so there's some specific talk about ancient banners, because it is crazy. Like, you can pull 200 and not, or whatever it is now. Is it 200 or 180? And not only get a legendary lord and that's it. Or, like you could pull 0 extra legendaries for one, and you could pull 1,000 summons and never get 1 extra legendary besides lords. Technically, that's always kind of silly, I thought. But the Lord Pity is nice, but you still could pull a ton in a row, and it's just never a guarantee. So, can they do something about that as far as a guarantee? Or, like a lot of games have 50-50s. If you don't get it the first chance, like they say, then your second chance increases. This is the stuff that I think they are discussing, because as they reply here, also on this question about Ancients, they say, we are having internal discussion about the summoning experience of Ancient summoning banners. We will consider making improvements to it. We have issued Ancient summon crystals and their shards to some daily play modes and activities in order to have some players obtain this rare item just from daily participation. And that's very true. They have constantly been increasing the amount of summons we get every week. It's a very generous game for the amount of summons we actually get. So at least there is that, compared to some games that you play forever and you don't even get a single one. Hell, Odd One started playing Raid Shadow Legends again for like a free-to-play series because he was bored because his other channel kind of is, the King Arthur isn't got much going on right now. Or maybe they do because of the update. But anyway, that game is meh. And Watcher's pretty easy to maintain daily content, and he decided to play some Raid, and he played for 4 hours live streaming, grinding the campaign, doing the progress missions. He had 3 rare summoning crystal equivalent, which were Ancients, of course, in Raid. He had 3 summons and like a couple temples of mysteries. Like, what? That's just, the differences in Raid, mystery shards and ancient shards are separate, but they're like the equivalent of, I guess, rare summoning crystals. Like, it's kind of a combination, but obviously you can only get up to rare mystery shards there. And it was just like, wow, like this summoning experience for the beginning of that game was just not fun. Like, I can't, like, it made me think of the early days of Dragonair as well, how bad it was. Like, you would play for hours before you do any summons. What? How is that even a thing? This is a gacha game. The experience is expected to be different. I really hope Godforge can balance that a little bit. I know it encourages bots and all this stuff. Maybe they'll be a little bit bad compared to Watcher because everyone is so used to the Raid experience, but I hope not, because Watcher is generous and fun when it comes to summoning. The only thing is your results aren't always what you want, which I guess that's the RNG at the end of the day. But yeah, they definitely give us a lot of stuff. They just it's far from perfect, and they need to be transparent with their events and upcoming events as well, I really think too. So sorry to rant, digress. Let's get back on topic. Yay! This is so good to see. So they did kind of mention this in a recent one. So please allow us to pre-place our heroes. Needing to restart over and over again to place things is exactly the right time. Is extremely or at the exact right time is extremely tedious and miserable. Please allow us to make the move we want to make before we actually have the cost. This way our timing can be exact without the miserable process of clicking the hero in a fraction of a second that we need to. I so rarely enjoy playing these games. I'm starting to question why I played it so tedious. They reply saying, in the upcoming versions, we will add a minor period of non-combat time for deployment in Abyss 1. Definitely a great quality of life step in the right direction. Love hearing that. So there's been a lot of talk always about the time to move gear around and stuff. There was a huge post about that, like question 2. But this one does make like a team or gear presets for each dungeon. Having, you know, instead of, this is the thing, team with gear, not hero and gear presets. Dragonair Silent Gods is a great example of that. I have a video on it. You save a whole team's preset, and you can label that for whatever battle you're doing. But they are doing this instead, so we'll gradually add the save gear feature for auto battles of various play modes in order to solve the issue of regarding repetitive gear swapping. We hope players will give it a try when it's implemented. And that's true. Like, if you can get to the point where you get to the spot you want to farm, your gear is saved, and you're good. It remembers everything. You walk away. You can swap your gear and never have to go back there again, hopefully. Guys, Numera has no jiggle, please fix. I totally laughed at the lack of jiggle physics for her, too. Right? Oh my gosh. Ah, it was dailies. I didn't click here. I just had the game open and never clicked for dailies. Okay, guys, let's go to Numera. Even though I'm awkwardly zoomed in here. Exit's better for the sake of... Where's my Numera? I haven't built her yet. Oh my god. How does Numera have no jiggle physics? That's so true. What? She's wearing leaves. She should be super jiggly, jiggle, jiggle, jiggle. I mean, she should be like this, jiggly, jiggly, jiggly. I mean, it's ridiculous, but if she jiggles like this and she's wearing a proper dress, that's okay, that's not a proper dress. But Numera is definitely wearing like the same thing. Okay, so yeah, Numera has no jiggle, please fix. Thank you for your feedback. We'll improve the visual effects of Numera in the future. My favorite comment of them all. Okay, interesting. So someone asked about the Barba mount event for the Void Rift mount to get more fragments, or what are they even called? I don't know. Things to summon for the Forge. So they've been playing for almost a year and haven't seen it. They say the Barba mount can only be obtained from the skin shop at the moment. We will bring back the Mount Barba to the skin shop in the July version updates. So if you guys don't have Barba and you want that one for one of your mounts for the better resources, July skin shop spending will be the way to get it. It is what it is, I guess. I mean, that's kind of the point. I know people always like get sad about missing out on limited time events, but the whole hype of limited time events is the fact that they're limited sometimes. And sometimes I think it's okay that, I don't know. I guess that's the only sad part is something like that is like such a disadvantage if you can't get extra resources to work on getting those exclusive artifacts. You're missing out a lot. And it might be considered an unfair advantage versus a cosmetic skin. Alright, this is regarding Arena. Please fix the Arena updating for offense, defense, and artifact info. I want to be able to update only offense or only defense without updating the gear. You said, thanks for your suggestion. We are already making improvements to the update mechanism of arena formations. They should be implemented in the second half of the year. Alright, so someone says, I already have an A5 Sun Wukong in 3 of my accounts. I don't have Kagiri. If Sun Wukong is the next limited, please do something for us who have him A5. Thanks. They say, we appreciate the support of Limited Heroes. We have plans to reintroduce limited banner of Kagiri. Please stay tuned to in-game notifications for the returning schedule or official socials. So Kagiri is definitely coming back. We kind of would assume that. When? Who knows? But yeah, it's so funny. I was, for the longest time, I kept thinking, oh, I have A5 Sun Wukong. No, I don't. I only have A3. So unfortunately, I have to pull 2 this weekend. Yeah, and I'm not gonna lie, Smile 1, fixed Smile 1, I haven't been able to purchase anything for months. Said if you have any issues, contact customer support. Which is true. And we do have a little channel for if people have issues for Smile 1, we can let her know so she can try to see what's going on. Personally, I just, all of a sudden, my bank card just will not accept it. It's just like, no. It counts it as fraud. It thinks it's, I think because I have a US bank and I'm living in Romania, so it doesn't like to trust some sources. So I always have to use one of my like general cards. It's like one of those international online banking type easy transfer currency cards. But it's fine. It works in the end. It's just annoying that one of my cards I just can't use anymore. My main bank account I can't use anymore. But yeah, speaking of Smile 1, we do have some offers going on, guys. So make sure you use my link in the description or the pinned comment if you are going to purchase anything. Starting tomorrow, actually Thursday, we will have more Smile 1 deals. So there will be a single top-up rebate event coming starting tomorrow. So I will show that in my video at the start with my should you summon discussion. And then yeah, I'll be doing summons on a Friday for Sun Wukong and a pity swap on the banner because why not? All right, guys, that is all. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next one.